she chose the money over me.
We finally know more about what's going on with Kourtney's health scare, and it turns out that it's causing some major fighting with the Kardashian family. And even crazier, it seems like Kourtney has passed off her kids to her sisters, even though they're all fighting. Here's what we know. Luckily, Kourtney hasn't had the baby yet because it would have been seriously early, but it does sound like she was put on bed rest because something was going wrong with her pregnancy. Luckily, whatever it was seems to have been fixable. It seems like it all probably happened because she was stressed. Travis was on tour in a different country, and according to Kourtney herself, this pregnancy has been extremely difficult for Kourtney. With her other 3 kids, she loved being pregnant, but she said on her lifestyle website Poosh that this pregnancy has been a completely different story, and she's seriously been struggling. And as we all know, on top of this being a more difficult pregnancy, she's also much older than she was during her last pregnancies. She's 44 now, which automatically means that she's going to struggle more than she did with her last pregnancies, and that she's at risk for more health complications. But anyway, according to their reps, Kourtney is home resting. But there are some people who have been given some strict orders to stay away from Kourtney so that she can actually get rest. And supposedly, it's her own sisters. Allegedly, Travis has ordered Kim and Khloe to stay away from Kourtney while she's on bed rest. And if this seems pretty harsh to you, you're not wrong. But when you look at the big picture, it kind of makes sense. Kourtney has been known for fighting with her sisters lately.
You fake humanitarian hoe. I actually do for the world.
It makes sense that spending time around them would only cause her more stress when she's supposed to be relaxing. But there's actually a lot more to the story. While their fighting is a part of it, supposedly the main reason that Travis has asked them to stay away is because they're so self-involved.
It was messy.
Which I think we can all see with Kim. But that seems a little out there for Khloe. If anything, Khloe is one of the Kardashians who seems to be the most caring. Meanwhile, Kim, on the other hand, was still posting ads on her Instagram story while Kourtney was in the hospital. But it's not just that. He's also upset that Kim and Khloe are so jealous about Kourtney's happiness.
She just was going so crazy. She's sending me the meanest text messages. You would die.
Which adds up because neither of them are happy in relationships right now. Kourtney's actually the only sister who's married right now, while Kim and Khloe have had a pretty chaotic few years with cheating, breakups, and divorces. We've all watched Khloe get cheated on time and time again by Tristan, and we've all witnessed Kanye's breakdowns and just how much they've affected Kim. Kourtney's had some of the happiest years of her life with Travis, and supposedly the girls aren't happy about it, and they're not quiet about just how jealous they are allegedly. But it actually gets crazier than that because it seems like the sisters are stepping up and taking care of Kourtney's kids. Can you even imagine if Travis is forcing them to stay away from Kourtney while taking care of her children? Here's what we know. Beyonce recently had a huge concert in LA for her birthday, and at the concert, just about every single celebrity was there, including all of the Kardashian-Jenner sisters, except for Kourtney for obvious reasons. But it wasn't just the Kardashian-Jenner sisters who were there. North and Penelope were both there too, even though Penelope's mom couldn't go. So clearly one of the sisters is helping with the kids while Kourtney's on bed rest. And to me, it seems like it's probably Khloe, because Penelope was holding onto Khloe's hand in almost every video we saw of them from the concert. It's definitely entirely possible that Penelope just went to her aunt's because her mom couldn't go anymore, but she seemed particularly attached to Khloe. And even crazier, the announcement from their quote-unquote inside source, aka their PR team, led us into the supposed tension with the family, because the statement was pretty specific. It said that Kourtney was resting at home with her kids and Travis. There was no mention of anyone else in her family, not her mom or her sisters, or even just a vague reference to family. It almost seemed intentional that only her kids and Travis were there, which definitely adds some weight to the theory that Kourtney and Travis are specifically telling the extended Kardashian family not to come over, and it all makes sense. We know just how toxic the Kardashian family can be, but we also know that Kourtney likes to take everything to pretty extreme levels, and I can see her getting sick of that rule pretty quickly, assuming that she has to be on bed rest until she gives birth, and assuming that her due date is in November, we can pretty much confidently guess because Travis's tour with Blink-182 goes on hiatus from October 22nd until February 8th. She's going to have a long 2 months ahead of her without many visitors. If anything, you'd think that she'd want all the visitors that she can get, simply because she's going to get bored after a while.